Does this matter at all? Save data. Does it really matter, honestly, at the end of the day? Kinda yes, kinda no. I mean, of course there is a baseline. Yes, save data makes a difference because you need to have some decks that are strong enough in order to clear content, right? I don't think it's as important as people in my chat or comments have expressed. So before we get too deep into it, let's take a look at what is save data for. What is save data, just in case you're new to the game? So save data is something characters get. It's a form of their progression. You have their levels, you have their, you can equip partners, you can level up their potentials, you can equip them with equipment, you can get dupes of them, and then finally save data is basically the actual decks that you use. However, this is not used in Chaos. This is only for modes outside of Chaos. So that is a very important distinction, because when you're going in and actually looking for content, if you're doing what most of people are doing, weekly you're doing Chaos runs, it doesn't do anything. It's nothing, right? If you go into fights like Nebula Distortion, this is going to be where you're going to need to use your save data, right? I feel like a lot of people know that by this point. If you're going into the simulation, you're trying to clear harder fights, you're doing the Basin of Hyperspace because you want to clear some of these harder fights. Yes, you need save data for that, but that's basically where it ends. And when I say, do you need it? Like, yes, of course you need save data, but you really don't need to focus on min-maxing it to an extreme degree. And before we get too deep as well, I also want to say, if this is where you find your fun, if getting the most perfect optimal decks is what you really enjoy about the game, and that's something that fills you with like, oh, this is a lot of fun to aim for that, then have fun however you want to have fun. All right. This is more a message for people who are maybe stressed about the save data system, because there'll be a lot of people's like, oh, should I take this card or this epiphany or that, or should I remove this card because I don't want to mess with the points too much and have the deck not save right, and this. So they're like, there's a lot of decision paralysis about like what you should do and how to perfectly min-max the save data. And I'm here to tell you, it really doesn't matter, if I'm being completely honest. So this is a super high rolly deck, right? But this is the thing. None of the content in the game that you use save data for is really hard enough where you need to min-max to the extreme. If you're just playing like normally and you're playing like an average deck, if you get through Chaos and you end up with a pretty medium deck, not min-max, just, whatever felt good, you make the good choices as they come up, you're gonna have stuff powerful enough to clear all the content that I've come across. You don't need the super, super ridiculous high roll on Tressa or on Barrel, right? Barrel has the 3 opening founds. Like, these are like super high rolls, and you don't need them to clear any of the content. All the mid stuff is totally fine. So first, don't really stress about it. Just in general, you're gonna be fine. You don't need to think about it. You just go in, you take your epiphanies, you remove the cards that you don't like, you get some gear that seems synergistic, and boom, you are going to be set. And another thing that's really important is no matter how much effort you put into the save data, the next content that comes out is not going to let you use it moving forward. There might be some content, but like in this whole event for the next 45 days, you're going to be able to use the save data. But after this 45 days is done, it's going to go to a new season and you're not going to be able to use your seasonal save data. So you're they're going to restart the grind every like 60 days or something like that, right? Maybe a little bit longer. Maybe it's a little longer than 60 days. But you're not going to have this forever anyway. So it's not really in endgame. So I don't want to go around and around in circles just to make the video unnecessarily long. But basically, this is what I wanted to say just around to summarize it. Save data is only important for using stuff outside of Chaos, okay, initially. Chaos is the primary game mode, so most of the time, the save data isn't even going to affect your playing. Even if you don't get optimal decks, you just use whatever, then just average stuff. If you're able to clear higher levels of Chaos, whatever deck you walk out with will be pretty reasonably powerful. You'll be able to clear the content, at least so far in the game, with that stuff. And this is mostly just to say you don't got to stress about it or worry about it. I've just seen enough people thinking about like, how do I do this? How do I do that? What do I do with this save data? How do I min-max this? What is the exact number that I need to calculate to make sure I get the perfect deck? And again, if that's truly something that's fun to you, if you enjoy that, then do it. Like, that's why it's in the game. It's fun to do. But really, this is something that is almost it should be an afterthought. You should really focus on being able to clear chaos, is in my opinion, and have just good, fun chaos runs. Then as a secondary, maybe you go for every now and then you see an opportunity to get a super broken deck and see if you can make it happen for fun, right? Like, even though I have this really powerful Tressa deck, like I probably have 15 that were not nearly this good, that were still very good and able to clear all the content I needed to clear. But then I was like, you know what? I got this early and I saw that I got a chance to dupe it. So I was like, dude, all right, let's go. And then I got lucky for the third one as well. So don't stress about it. Have fun however you want. But I'm telling you, if this is something that's worried you, I really don't think you need to worry about it at all. The save data is not that important. All the average decks are going to be plenty good enough. There's currently no reason to care about having the absolute ultimate Omega deck. Like, I'll admit some of these fights are a little bit hard. Like, I made a video like, is this guy too easy? That was mostly meant as a meme because I had like an overpowered deck and I was kind of just teasing a little bit. Like, these fights are reasonably hard, but they're definitely not impossible if you use the right characters and you have the right strategy and you just have a normal deck, right? So other than placing really high in this Great Rift, which isn't out yet, I honestly don't like, it feels like it's just a hamster wheel to keep you going for some people. I think the chaos is plenty to just play and have fun. I don't care about the save data system basically at all. Just as an example, when I play and I'm doing chaos runs, I do not consider the out of chaos implications of the save data I'm making. I am only making decisions to make the chaos run seem more realistic to be able to actually clear. Like, you know, I'm making decisions that'll make me synergistic with my current party, or I'm making decisions that will, you know, I'm removing cards from multiple characters' decks because I'm removing the worst card out of the entire deck versus trying to get one character's deck really thin. I don't really care about, and I'm doing fine. I am absolutely destroying all the non-chaos stuff. So don't worry about it. Just have fun. The save data is not that serious and it's going to get wiped it's not wiped, but you're going to have to farm new ones of it anyway. And in fact, I don't even think you have to farm any of it. You just play the game. You'll get stuff that's good enough. And I know it's kind of a weird video, but it's a weekend. And I thought that this is a topic that would be something that would at least be interesting to talk about. I've heard people talk about the save data formula and people worried about save data. I haven't heard anyone tell anybody, don't even worry about it. Don't stress. It's just totally fine to chill. You're gonna do fine without it, in my opinion, at least anyway. But maybe I'm wrong. You let me know in the comments down below how you feel about that. Am I way off base or am I right like I think I am? Anyway, I'll see you. My cat wants to go out. I gotta go. See you on the flip-flops. Bye!
Showing up, hitting milestones, the fame never lets up. Click that link, diving deep, never get enough. Gaming, vlogging, every trend, always first.